Yeah, legends, we're going to do our first product review. So we're at Darwin Cricket Club. Obviously, I'm going to be working here for 12 weeks, around 12 weeks. And so they've got an old roller, and it's a CSR Emoleum, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, it's just what it says on the plaque here. There's no real other indicators of what it is. Simon Dring, if you want to comment, feel free to. Just going on these product reviews. If you're a company or business out there and you've got anything you want reviewed, hey, we're happy to do it. You send it in, and we'll chuck out there. Obviously, cricket related or somehow involved with maintaining a cricket pitch optimally. If you've got a shirt you want me to wear, bang, long sleeve preferably. I am massive, so yeah, send it to M. But I'm happy to promote stuff that is going to potentially help people with their cricket wickets. And even better would be if that piece of equipment could then be donated to one of the cricket clubs up here, because we don't have any money for curating in the Northern Territory. Okay, so most of the clubs, they've got to either get grants and all that sort of stuff to get new piece of equipment. There's no real paid curators besides Northern Territory Cricket and Alice Springs. So, the other guys, they're just getting $100 or $150 maybe. There's a little bit more floating around this season due to a little bit of a grant from Northern Territory Cricket. But there's stuff all money to actually put in the time to make a good pitch up here in terms of a bloke being able to sit on it for 3 days or 4 days. They've got to always have another job going and things like that. So any piece of equipment we can get for clubs up here that would be useful, would be great, from marking equipment through to, I'd love to see some combi rakes, very useful piece of equipment, I think, really valuable, I think, for a low level club to get a combi rake. Haven't seen enough of them in Australia, and yeah, something UK are really onto. They cost about, I had a look last night, £500 combi rake. Mate, it's a brush and some wiring. I don't know how they get that price out of it, but anyway, if you got one of them spare, send her up and we'll give it a good review and then hopefully pass it on to the necessary club. Going back to the review of the roller. Righto, it's a great piece of equipment, all right? Just sitting up top, you can see we've got a great view of everything. Perfect, love it. How good is it? Sitting up top, big dogs up here. Anyway, we take a look at the controls, pretty basic. Pretty much, could start a DJ set if you wanted. Don't know what half of them do anymore. That definitely doesn't do anything. Probably shouldn't have done that. Why not work anymore? But anyway, it's got just some basic controls, forward, back. That's all you need to know on this machine. And obviously start. Okay, it's a diesel engine. Runs well. I haven't had any real dramas with it. I've been on and off using it for close to a decade, and it's been out here and lived that whole time. So we'll keep talking about other stuff. So the roller itself, 120 centimeter wheelbase, approximately 4 foot. It's great wheelbase size, particularly for this venue. And the weight is crucial as well. As you're not losing any compaction with the size of that wheelbase because it is a heavy machine. So it'd be well over 3.5 ton, looking around that 4.5, maybe 5 ton range. So it's a really strong piece of equipment that is going to do the job for you at an amateur level. The reason I love it is because of that big wheelbase. It's such a nice little drive, even though it's, that doesn't look comfortable up there. It just does the job. And this is sort of one of those rollers. I don't really work on time with it, even though I have been saying, so I'll give it a half an hour roll. I work on sets because we know if that's going across it, if you go across the wicket 5 times, 5 sets across, your 6th set's going to be irrelevant because it's compacted for that period. So we know this machine is going to crush that pitch. All right, it's going to flatten it out, give it a real good compaction, push that moisture out. If we get that real hard and keep rolling, we're going to get some real nice white decks. Just the back wheel is the pivot. Okay, split drum, got a little bit of old crap in there, like so, you know, the old reticulation hoses, stuff like this, no good. Okay, I'd love to see this sort of thing get chopped off, give you great access to the back wheel if you ever get any junk on it. But you know, back wheel pivot, so it does take a little bit of getting used to roll it, because you're obviously controlling it the direction from the back, so you can swing around a little bit on there. So it can be a little hard. In terms of the wheelbase, okay, the back one, as you can see, it's probably not quite as wide. Okay, so you know, you can sort of see on here, I actually roll along the back edge, so my back wheel is rolling along the edge of there, so I'm getting a bit of overlap with the front. I don't mind that so much, because then it means I can get nice and tight with the mower next to the line there, and yeah, not chop the line up, or you know, have a little edge coming out. So you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Again, on this side it's probably a little bit out as it's been worked around over time. So this side again is probably, you know, 100 mil out, 3 inches, whereas this side's only maybe 1 inch or 2 inches out in comparison. The machine itself, diesel engine, okay, it's got a leak, which I discussed in a video yesterday. Okay, so normally we've got a little bit of a drip rag here, so it just folds underneath all the way across. We'll try and get that fixed up over the next week, so Dringy's onto it, so should be all done. It's only a slow leak, okay, with these sorts of pieces of equipment. You expect that. It is old, okay, you're not looking for all the bells and whistles or anything like that. You can't expect it to just keep trucking, so we cop that with such a piece of equipment. And then yeah, going onto the front, obviously the big wheelbase as we discussed, we'd love to see all that junk just chopped off. Old retic, really no importance to the machine at all. Okay, the old scraper doesn't really do much, it's just preventing you from getting access to the barrel if you need to clean it. You know, if you had the money, maybe weld some new scrapers on there, get someone to come in and put some proper ones on for you that you can clip in and hard and use for scraping. But you know, when you've got such a big long access area, it's pretty good. You've got a pretty clean ground, you've got great grass coverage, so we're not really getting too much stuff stuck to the barrel. Okay. Just in terms of the steering, again, up the top, because you're sitting up on this bit, it can be a little bit hard again to get your bearings, so you do go a little bit off and on the wicket, or don't get the straights quite right until you've used the machine quite a bit. Okay, under the top, you know, you got your battery and everything in here. It's all in here. Yeah, so it's what are we going to say? You know, how are we going to rate this roller out of 10? I don't know. You know, I'd say it's because it's got up a little sharp edges on it that I've, you know, fingers hate it, and obviously my bum hates it as well, because I don't have any meat there. Yeah, I'd give it, you know, 4.5 out of 5. Nah, 4 stars. We can't give it a 4.5. You know what? If it had a better control panel, we'd give it 4.5. So we'll give it 4.5 pitches out of 5. 4.5 belters out of 5. You know, so it's a great piece of equipment. Just contradicting myself there. It is ideal for an amateur club cricketer, curator. One of the great things, and I recommend always to get a ride on for this level of preparation, because you can get any Joe Blow to jump up and sit on it and roll it for you if you need to. Okay, you know, walk behinds, they have their place. As I said, I like all pieces of rolling equipment, from the hand roller all the way through different weights, different sizes, because they've all got their uses. But if you're at a club level and you've got this, you got one of the best pieces of equipment going around. Okay, just to even reiterate, if you can get something like that and then get 20 grand and refurbish and get it all brand new again, I'd do that, because that is going to last you forever, particularly here at Darwin Cricket Club. It's got only 50 metres to travel to get out to the centre. It's got no work to do. So if you get this back up to scratch, put 15, 20 grand in, get a brand new engine, refit everything, get all the controls there, nice key start, get the glow plugs fixed up, give it a little paint job, cut all the crap off, bang, it's going to last you another 20 years, 100%. You know, ideally, during the wet season, it wouldn't be stored outdoors, which it is, which is going to impact its shelf life. But that's the case across the board in Darwin, where our key pieces of equipment aren't left inside, and you know, struggled with it continually every season with the amount of equipment we had at Northern Territory Cricket. Could not get our equipment inside, and so start of the season, you're going through and you're getting rollers started, and they're just not starting. So obviously get that refurbished, get it a shed to sit in, and you've got a roller for life, and you could keep redoing it. And then, you know what, you could actually turn this piece of equipment, I reckon, in the future into an electric one, because you could take that top off. Great flatbed area just to put a Tesla battery and motor underneath. You know, you might even have some room to house a recruit or something like that. Man, I'd sleep in there. But anyway, you get that happening, and then you're set for the future. You know, I'd love to see someone paint a little smiley face when that fella is there. He should be happier than that. He's got the best job in the world. Anyway, that's my review for the Darwin Cricket Club roller. I reckon it's a cracker. Hope you enjoy it. Got any tips? If you can't understand anything I'm saying, just let me know. I do speak dog as well, but nah, just kidding. We'll leave too much shenanigans out of it. Anyway, that's all for now.